I heard that Nicki Minaj actually apologized. I heard that Nicki Minaj apologized after she found out that the gold card that was given her was fake, after she found out that the white folks were actually playing her, that she actually apologized to black people. But we're going to find out in this video if she apologized, what her apologies was all about, or if she did not apologize. All of that I am going to dig deep because I love digging deep. You guys know me. But anyways, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing my videos, dropping super thanks, joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, with that being said, let's dive right into this video. Disclaimers. Educational purposes only. Let's go and watch anyways, guys. I'll be back with commentaries. Let's go watch.
I messed up because it was supposed to be I said I ain't gotta.
Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Not one person is listening to you. Not one. The people that you were pandering to, they like, we got our money's worth. We ain't pay nothing for her to do all the shit she did for us. And they know the black community will not welcome you back. We don't give a fuck about you on the Candace Owens pile. You on the Stacey Dash pile. Nobody gives a fuck about your apology. You understand? You knew exactly what you were doing. You were trying to get citizenship. And he gave you that gold card. And then they came right out and said, that shit don't mean nothing. We ain't signed no paperwork. We ain't signed no paperwork on that shit. That shit don't mean nothing. And then you found out it don't mean nothing. And then you dug a little bit deeper and said, who's gonna come see me at my concerts? If I write a book, who gonna buy that shit? Not the motherfuckers you was pandering to. Now it's nobody. Oh, my bad. I'm gonna ask a question. I'm sorry. I gotta ask a question. Raise your hand if you're going to listen to Nicki's music or go see her in concert or if she's doing a personal appearance somewhere. You going? I just need to know who's going to support this sellout.
Hey, hi, hello, it is me, the gold card. You know which one, don't make me say which one. Anyway, I am here, I guess, to apologize to a one Mrs. Nicki Minaj. I'm sorry? So, Mrs. Nicki Minaj, Bobby, whatever you go by, depending on the group of people you're talking to and trying to get on your side for whatever reason. I apologize that you used me, the gold card, to prove to everyone who is telling you you've become a monstrous human being that becoming a monstrous human being, turn your back on humanity, was worth it because you got me, the gold card. As the weirdos who made me have said I am but a memento, I apologize that seems useless to you. My own defense, I am here to say mementos are valuable. Who amongst us, let ye be the first to cast the stone. Ye has never spent like $10 on a stretched out penny when leaving the zoo to get your child to quit screaming bloody murder. That was worth the investment of silence, was it not? I'm as valuable as that. You know, I'm at least worth a stretched out penny. I'm at least that valuable. So to everyone saying I am meaningless, that hurts me. I apologize, Mrs. Nicki Minaj, that you turned your back on all of your fans and the entire culture upon which you have built your success to latch on to a wagon that shits themselves in public and tricks you into believing you're a friend by giving you a useless souvenir. Just remember the joy you felt forcing your parents to spend at least several dollars on a stretched out penny. And you look me in my gold card face and tell me that wasn't worth it.
So
Nicki Minaj does not represent me as a Black American. She does not represent me as a Black American woman. To the immigrant community, you all are going to have to take this L. You all are going to have to, unpack and unlearn your worshiping of whiteness, of the dominant culture. Because my people have made a lot of progress in defining who we are as Black Americans. The cooning, we don't do that. So yeah, this is a problem that, the immigration community has to figure out, why you all have this belief that you are somehow less than white people. I don't know where you all get that from, but that's not a Black American issue. So with going on with Nicki Minaj is not our issue. And also Erica Kirk, she's prepping. She's going to be running for some political office. That's next for her. This is all a game. This is all to get us prepped for the next, presidential cycle, election cycle. Also, to the Barbs, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know you all are feeling confused, but I want you to know that never worship or expect the best out of any celebrity. Celebrities will always let you down. Why? Because they're human, just like you. And they're also having the human experience. So never worship any celebrity. Always know that you don't need Nicki. You don't need anybody. You're enough. So, yeah.
Hey, it's come to my attention that a lot of you believe Nicki Minaj when she said that the reason why she doesn't have a Grammy is because of that 2012 Grammy performance where they asked her to change the performance because, hey, Whitney Houston died the night before and it might be in bad taste to have you doing a literal exorcism into which you ascend to heaven at the end, and Nicki Minaj told them no. Yeah, it's come to my attention that you believe Nicki Minaj, even though she's the only one that has said that story. And Nicki Minaj is quite infamously an unreliable narrator. She either misremembers facts, misinterprets facts, or just straight up lies. She also contradicts herself a lot. I mean, she had the Barbs thinking Cardi B was only successful because of payola, just to do a whole interview with Joe Budden saying, Barbs, if you stop talking about money this, talking about money this, because if you really think I could pay money to get my song on the charts and stuff like that, don't you think I would be doing that? After she had infamously told them on Twitter and on Queen Radio that payola was why Cardi B was successful. And you trust her to tell you why she doesn't have a Grammy. Babes, the Grammys are voted by your peers. They're voted by members of the Academy, which Nicki is part of. They're voted by several of the people in the industry that are members of the Academy that Nicki has either said that she's pissed off or they themselves have said she pissed them off. Or that we've read blind items or stories of Nicki pissing people off. Because believe it or not, an engineer, someone who does mixing and mastering, a freaking vocal coach, hell, an agent to a celebrity can be a member of the Academy. So if you have a reputation, like Nicki Minaj has said she does, of people saying she's difficult or mean or just nasty, then as Nicki Minaj says, it's going to lead to people sending witch doctors to bury the Barbie, as she said in, what was it, Ganja Burn? Yeah, I don't know why y'all believe that that's that one Grammy performance. First of all, it doesn't even make any sense. If CBS and Grammys really thought her performance was that bad taste, they would have told a little happy ass she's not getting on the stage. They would have done her like how corporations do a CEO, where they ask for them to resign. Baby, that's them just giving you the ability to save face. They're firing you. If the Grammys really were like change the performance, or hey, do you want to change the performance? they would have said, okay, that was more of a way for you to save face. No, you'll change the performance or you're not getting on that stage. Also, from Nicki's perspective, I get why she wouldn't change the performance, because she had spent her own money putting that performance together. Because if you didn't know this, all those award shows performances that you be seeing are paid for by the artist and their label. The only thing that the award show provides for you is the lights. Maybe they'll give you the LED screens, but even then they might charge you for it. That's why it's supposed to be an honor to be invited. That's also why a lot of celebrities don't, if you notice, go to award shows anymore. Anyway, yeah, why do y'all believe her?
So when Nicki Minaj was at the Turning Point conference with Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's widow, she said something that I thought was interesting. She said, "We're not allowed to have a different opinion anymore. We're not allowed to think out loud anymore." And I think that this view is very emblematic of a trend within the MAGA movement and the conservative movement in the United States at large, where they position themselves as the victims of being silenced by some greater entity. They are being persecuted by the mainstream media, by the elites. They are being silenced by the social justice warriors and the left-wing activists. But what does this silencing actually entail? MAGA confounds freedom of speech with freedom from criticism, and they view any criticism or any negative response to anything that they're saying as persecution and as an attack on their right to say it. It's funny that she says we're not allowed to have opinions anymore, when you are always allowed to have opinions and you're still allowed to have opinions. You receive backlash because other people have the exact same right that you do to have opinions and to say them. Freedom of speech is not the ability to say whatever you want and have only positive responses or have no response at all. Freedom of speech means that the government is not going to throw you in jail, persecute you politically the way that certain administrations are doing for saying something that they disagree with. But they have morphed the idea of freedom of speech to mean that you can say whatever you want and you shouldn't have to face any consequences for it. Their idea of persecution is not being invited to certain events or not getting certain awards because the people who host those events don't like you because of things that you've actually said. And it's funny that they think that, because on the other end, this is the exact same group of people that has politically persecuted people, that has done things like arrested journalists for speaking, for using their freedom of the press and for using their freedom of speech to speak against the administration. This is the same group of people who has called it treason to just say things that are constitutional rights. That is actual persecution. When you are being arrested by the state or jailed by the state or threatened by the state for something that you've said, you guys are not facing persecution. And it's interesting because so much of the MAGA ideology and so much of the MAGA identity is built upon having this imaginary opponent that is, they feel like they're punching up at these huge entities, at the mass media, at the elites. What's crazy is that the elites are on your side. It's so funny. Look at Trump's inauguration. Look at who was there. Billionaire Elon Musk, billionaire Mark Zuckerberg, the CEOs of Google, the CEOs of... And you guys think that you're rallying against the elites? People see, that a bunch of people in Hollywood, when they watch the Grammys or when they watch the Oscars, they see that all of those people mostly are against Donald Trump, and they think that the elites of this country are actually against Donald Trump. No, guys, the elites of this country, people like Jeffrey Epstein, who had years-long friendships with Trump, they support him. You are under spells, people. You are under spells. And as it pertains to Nicki specifically, what I'll say is that you see this trajectory with artists sometimes and with people who garner great fame, is that at the beginning they are an underdog in the industry. At the beginning they are an outsider in the industry, but as they amass more power, they become a part of the industry. They become someone who is not punching up but actually punching down. And that is what has happened with Nicki over these years, is that she constantly has this victim mindset. She's been persecuted. And what makes it worse is that she has previously experienced persecution. But she is now using that to justify why she should be persecuting others. People that have less power than she has. People who have been in the industry for less time than she does. People who are newly or outsiders in the industry. The problem with so many of these MAGA people is that they genuinely feel like they are martyrs for the cause. The resentment is such a powerful emotion, and they feel like they haven't gotten their due. Just like Nicki, they feel like they've been done wrong. They feel like they have been silenced. They feel like they've been disenfranchised. But quite frankly, this is just a coping mechanism to try to deal with the cognitive dissonance that must exist in your brain when you are actually a part of the more powerful groups in the United States, disenfranchising some of the most vulnerable communities in our country, and still trying to make it seem like somehow you're the real victim. And it's funny because the Republicans have been telling us for years, they've been telling us for decades at this point, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, stop playing the race card, stop playing victim. You guys want to be victims so bad. Who really wants to be a victim? Because you guys built an entire ideology off of victimizing yourselves. The immigrants stole our jobs. Well, quite frankly, that sounds like a skill issue. And is literally a skill issue. Like, there is a gap in the market, guys. And you see this kind of mentality, especially when they talk about their supreme leader, who they want the rest of us to treat as if he is a god who can do no wrong. You'll hear these idiots of the freaking Confederacy who are in the administration say things like they're trying to take down Donald Trump. This is what they do. They don't want Donald Trump to win, da-da-da-da-da. I thought that you guys were the free speech absolutists. I thought that we were willing to debate in the free market of ideas, but I guess not. The entirety of the MAGA movement can be summed up thus: freedom for me and not for thee.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I think the reason why Nicki Minaj is still out here terrorizing people every week is because every time she tweets, you guys don't quote tweet and say, "Not now, arms." The same way Cardi did. You see how Cardi always knows how to shut her up? Yes, do the same thing. Just quote tweet, say, "Not now, arms." She'll shut right up. Right up.
She's useful. She's very useful. Well, I've never heard of Nicki Minaj's music, but she loves Trump. Here's a gold card. Like, it's like she's very useful. She's going to help us get to where we need to go. Donald Trump is more accommodating than Nicki Minaj and Erica Kirk is. Donald Trump, in some ways, you know what this is telling me? It's like my feelings about her don't really matter. She's helpful to the goal. He don't care about what's going on. All right. Well, tell me about Nicki Minaj. Well, she's a rapper. Oh, I don't care about that. Does she have a lot of followers? Yes, she's one of the most popular rappers of this age. Bring her on. Give her a gold card. Put her in the ballroom. Put her name on the brick. Like, put her name on one of the bricks and say she's a donor. Like, that's what it's giving me. Donald Trump, again, this is a very, like, utilitarian. She's one of the pieces on my chessboard, but I allegedly have dementia and my mind isn't all the way there. Because if you're a psychic and you can see into the mind of the president, it looks like a swirling toilet. And I'm not going to go too much deeper into that. Allegedly, supposedly ignorant psychic readings, blah, blah, blah. It's like looking at someone like they're a piece on your chessboard. Nicki Minaj is a useful piece when I need her. You see what I'm saying? If I keep her in and Donald Trump is going to make her feel welcome, or have his team make her feel welcome, because I'm going to launch her off at any time. If I need a promotion done, I'm going to put it on one of Nicki Minaj's music videos or some shit. That's what it's giving me.
So Nicki Minaj is now taking back everything she said. She's apologizing. I'm not MAGA. I'm not supporting this because you got played is how you're trying to spin this. No, you know they're going to suck on anybody that kisses the heels of the ground they walk on. And of course, you had a big name and in front of a lot of people and you done F that up. Apology not accepted, no takesy backsies. You thought you were going to get a pardon and you're going to be able to be here. You're going to get your green card and all that. No. That's not what happened. They're not going to do that for you. They just wanted you. They just wanted that name, the face, the publicity, little key or whatever they gave you. That wasn't the golden ticket to freedom. They're not honoring any of that, as they shouldn't. Why is it the same people that just keep defending these pedophiles, huh? In their own life and in the public eye? Oops, sorry, I digress. Let's get back to it. Anyways, honey, you are done. Canceled. Caputo, finito. You've already spoke your mind. You can't take it back. That's what you believe in. Your true colors showed through, and we're not going to accept it. We're not going to allow it. Can we cancel somebody that big? Or actually, I don't even think we have to. I think you canceled yourself. So thanks for letting us know who you are and what side of history you're standing on, because it's not the right one.
So apparently, Nicki Minaj is claiming that the old her is back. She's going back to making music, and, you know, she wants her fans to accept her apology, because after she found out that Trump's gold card is not an actual pass to a citizenship here in the United States of America, it was just a complimentary souvenir. So basically, Trump and his administration played her. They were like, thank you, but you're not worthy of being a USA American citizen. What do y'all think about this?
Nicki Minaj. So the Nicki Minaj post that I did yesterday has now hit about 2.2 million views. So 90% of everyone who's leaving a comment is on the same page as, bye Nicki. But then there's the 10%. The 10% that want to say, I can't find the video, you're a liar, why are you such a no disgrace kind of person? Well, here's the thing. As an actor, an entertainer, a celebrity, a musician, you have something called a PR team. And this PR team steps in when you, the entertainer, do something out of the blue, crazy, nonsensical, and they clean up your mess. Are you following? You get it now? So here's the thing. So 3 days ago, I saw 2 interviews, and I saw a bunch of tweets from this girl, Nicki Minaj, you know, the failed pop star. Thought nothing of it, didn't screen record them because why? I don't care. It's just, I see craziness. Craziness is craziness. So I make a video of it yesterday saying what I saw. Now, today, you can't find those videos or those tweets. I wonder why. Maybe because her PR team is cleaning up her messy behavior. This is giving DoorDash girl vibes all over again, where I saw what she posted, it was deleted, and then everyone came after me for being a liar. Only for a month later, she was going to court for exactly what I told you. Now, I'm not in control of people deleting videos or deleting comments or deleting posts when they go cuckoo-la-choo, but I'm here to tell you, I spread the truth. If you can't find the truth, that's on you. That's not a me problem, that's a you problem. So, hope that helps.
Nicki Minaj does not represent me too as an immigrant or as a black woman. I can tell you that for a whole fact. Like, she literally, in fact, anybody that can really switch sides as fast as the person can, that person can never represent me anywhere. I represent myself. And that is why I said it from that. There's a particular video I stitch here where I literally said, the truth is, Nicki do not have rights to speak on behalf of black Americans. She do not have rights. Yes, that's just the honest truth. And then let's talk about the apology video. And when I saw videos circulating that, oh, Nicki Minaj apologized to black people, I went into this research just for me to be able to know, did she really apologize? Because I know the kind of person she is. Even if she wants to apologize, she's not going to do that now. It's going to be like later when every other things are finally crumbled, then she's going to come out with her sympathy eyes and the rest of that. But this is one thing that I love so much about this apology video, not apology video. Black Americans already stated it that even if she like, let her apologize from generation to generation, Genesis to Revelation. She has betrayed them. She will continue to be a betrayer. That is what they will literally be seeing her as. And to be honest, that's just the truth. Because this particular video that people literally stitched that Nicki Minaj, I didn't want to stitch so much about it, so I just have to stitch other things that people said that Nicki Minaj literally apologized, was a video back in the days. Like, it was not a recent video. I think this video was early 2025 or early 2024. I can't remember the specific year exactly. And now that Nicki Minaj is now clear that she's taking side with MAGAs and so on and so forth, a lot of people now went out, root that particular video out, and then start assuming or start bringing it out that she was literally apologizing. I'll say it here, Nicki did not apologize to Black Americans. Nicki did not apologize to Black people. She did not. That was an old video that she did, and we came for her. And she now came back to like make everything just to clear the air. And this is to tell you that if that kind of person can apologize and then go back again and then now becoming another thing entirely, it simply means, I'm sorry to say, if I'm ruffling on every other person's shoulder, this person is literally not trusted. As far as I'm concerned, as a Black person, I will not listen to your music, because you already have people that are already listening to it. You already have people that are already helping you in your career, because what you would have done for yourself is to focus on your career, move on with your life, keep doing what you know how to do best. But you did not focus on that. You focused on things you think can actually give you success immediately, appearing in turning points. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just airing out my opinion. Now standing with the orange man because you claim that you once came to Black people and Black people rejected you, and you have your fans that are already spraying out those stereotypes. But as far as I'm concerned, anyways, everybody have their rights. I'm not going to say nobody should love Nicki Minaj or don't listen to Nicki Minaj or don't subscribe to anything she's doing. But for someone like me, I do not really work with betrayers. I don't like betrayers. I love it. If you're here, you're here. If you're there, you're there. You understand? If I was to know Nicki Minaj from the White House end, if I like her, I would have just liked her. If I don't like her, I would have not liked her. But seeing her speaking about the genocide happening in Nigeria and so on and so forth, and then speaking on behalf of Black Americans, speaking on behalf of immigrants, because she was literally also an immigrant that moved into US when she was 5 years old. Do you get? And now coming to now see all of these things that she's displaying, I'm honestly not pleased. Just to put it out here and make it clear, Nicki Minaj do not apologize. That particular videos that have been going viral are people using her old videos. Old videos, not recent videos. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe, like this video, drop in your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing my videos, dropping super thanks, joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And thank you so much for staying sick with me to the end of this video. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I'd like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying, man, I'll see you guys in my next one. You guys, do you know this fruit? Do you know this particular fruit? What is it called if you know this particular fruit? This is to know people that are watching my videos from beginning to the end. What is this fruit called? This is an African fruit, a Nigerian fruit. I don't know if my camera is doing justice to it, but you guys can see it here. Let me know if you know this fruit in the comment section, just to spice this up, right? We don't need to be serious every single time. Bye. I love you guys. Mwah.